From somewhere in Hollywood, it's the Tom Leykis Show.
Top of the world! Top of the world!
And now, here he is, Tom Leykis.
Thank you for tuning in to the Tom Leykis Show. This is where America gets together to talk about the issues you really care about. It's a different kind of a radio talk program. We're the radio talk show that is not hosted by a right-wing wacko or a convicted felon. No, I am your host. Write down our telephone number. You're gonna need it. It's 1-800-5800-TOM. 1-800-5800-866. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for being part of our program. Here we are together again on the radio. This hour on the Tom Leykis Show, we're going to talk about something that I know that virtually all of our listeners love to do. It's politically incorrect to say you love to do it. But many of you, just based on sales figures, we know you love to do it. And that's drink. Yeah. We got the boozers out there, and we know you. We know you're boozers. We know it. We see you all the time. We see you at the events. We hear the drunken results of some of the phone calls to the show. There's a number of people who commit DUI on this show, dialing under the influence. There's a lot of that. And so, because we know you love booze and you know we love booze, we decided to do a booze panel where we're going to talk about alcohol. Now, again, I understand that companies are conservative and they like tell you to drink responsibly and that's what they have to do. But we don't have to do that. I'm not recommending you be irresponsible. I'm just simply saying we're not under any obligation to pretend that, you know, you're just going to have one little thimble full of tequila and then you're going to be on the straight and narrow. We know that people drink because it's fun. We know that people drink to get drunk. We know people drink to get buzzed. We know people drink to forget. We know people drink to forget they're being foreclosed upon. We know people drink to celebrate. We know people drink for any number of reasons. You drink because it tastes good. You drink because you appreciate a fine glass of wine. You drink. You pretend you appreciate a fine glass of wine. In reality, you like to booze. And we know all of those. We've talked to every one of those kinds of people. So rather than just keeping this in the closet, we have brought together a panel of, I'm not going to say boozers. They can categorize themselves as what they are. But they all have a particular interest or specialty in the booze area. Now, joining us in studio for this is Natalie Bovis-Nelson. She calls herself the Liquid Muse.
Hello.
Hi, Natalie. Natalie is an author, a blogger, and a columnist. She's also a mixologist, and she has a website called theliquidmuse.com. Also with us in studio, spirits writer Dan Dunn. Dan authored a book called Nobody Likes a Quitter and Other Reasons to Avoid Rehab.
Woo! Hello, Tom.
Hi, Dan. Dan's website is theimbiber.net. I guess theimbiber.com was taken. Is that right?
No, I actually own that as well.
Okay.
I wanted to be different.
I understand.
Yeah.
And also with us is our friend, the sommelier to the stars, Adam Lehman. And Adam's position, Adam does drink things other than wine, but he is a sommelier and wine is his specialty. Good to see you, Adam.
Tom, how you doing today?
I'm doing just great.
Great to be here.
Our panel is here because they all have their field of expertise, but it all centers somehow around alcohol. And we know that you may have some questions or comments about alcohol, and maybe you've got some just basic questions about your favorite drink. You can, by the way, Natalie has come in here for our other program, The Tasting Room. Check your local listings, and has mixed a variety of drinks for us. She's a cocktail maven. If you go to her website, you see all these various cocktails that she has come up with, and what a gig. She blogs about booze. She's mixing booze. Are you drunk when you're writing the blog is what I want to know.
Generally not. I try to avoid that.
Why?
Well, because my writing gets a little sloppy. You get, like, typos, and I start saying a lot of really stupid things I regret later.
That's how we know you made a good drink.
Yeah, I guess.
Now, Dan, you write about Twitter. Tell us about what you write, who you kind of people you write for, and how you took this angle.
Well, I write for magazines. I write for Playboy and Maxim. I also write a weekly column for Tribune newspapers. My mom's very proud of me. And by the way, Tom, when I come on to your other show, we talk about trying to pick up chicks.
Yes.
I try to steer the conversation away
from whatever the subject
whatever
is.
Whatever it is.
Yes, here you'll talk about booze.
Yes, I will. I promise.
You can talk about picking up chicks as well if you like.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, who does it without a little booze?
They go hand in hand, don't they?
I think they do.
Yeah.
I think they do. Adam, how did you become the sommelier to the stars?
Well, it all started out when I was a bus boy to people in the Midwest, really. And it's been a long road from there. But when I was 16, I really got turned on to wine.
You were the sous chef at Steak and Shake?
Yeah, not too far off when it gets down to it. But, I've been in Hollywood. Once I got my sommelier certificate, I said I haven't seen a sommelier to the stars when it gets down to it, and have put myself in a position to really make that happen, writing some columns, doing a lot of consulting around town. Life's not bad, really. A little wine changes everything.
That's all good. Now, one of the great things about booze, I have to imagine, for people in the booze business, is that here we are going through a recession and people worried about losing their jobs. Booze never loses its luster, does it?
Never.
No.
It doesn't. I think people drink when times are good and people drink when times are bad. People drink.
They drink more. Actually, many people I know in the booze industry have told me they drink more. This is a great time for the booze industry because the one thing people will not give up is alcohol. They might stop driving, but they won't give up alcohol.
It's called job insurance for us.
Yeah.
Cheaper than gas
Thank you, America.
Days.
Yeah.
That's right. Absolutely. And the thing is that, and this is something I want to talk about a bit as well. Why are we such prudes about this? I mean, I've traveled to a number of other countries, and they have a much more laid-back attitude about alcohol. We are the home of binge drinking, people going to college, they're supposedly under drinking age, and they drink until they puke. After we get out of college, we continue boozing. We love going to Hooters, we love going to TGI Fridays, we like going to Bennigan's, Hooligans, whatever, El Torito. We love boozing. Yet we always parrot these phrases like, well, remember, drink responsibly, don't drink and drive. Remember to buckle your seatbelt. Like, come on, folks, this is a booze nation.
We are the United States of hypocrisy, Tom. We wear our hypocrisy like a flag pin. We like to do all these things. We just don't want to admit it.
Well, and I have to say, having foreign parents probably helped me a lot, being especially a lady in the liquor industry. I'd never really felt that taboo. We had a full bar in my house. I mean, by full bar, I mean full-size bar. My parents turned the garage into a bar.
Yeah, great.
So, hey, look what can happen. You can get a wonderful career out of growing up making 7 and 7s for your dad. I'm not sorry about it.
Yeah, see, my dad did the bar, but my dad finished the basement. And it was his dream to have those wafer-thin wall panels, like wood wall panels, and make them into a bar with a big Schaefer beer sign rotating above it. That was his lifelong dream, and he finally lived it.
That's awesome.
Yes. And so you were around booze constantly. That's just the way it was. And contrary to, I don't want to besmirch the booze companies, they make the most amazing array of products, the most amazing array of well-marketed products. And I'm thrilled to be associated with some of these people. I really am, because I'm just amazed at how good they are at what they do. We spent some time with the people of Jim Beam, for example. Mm-hmm. And, well, not only the number, look at that. Look at that Jim Beam rye. Look at that. And it is amazing. I mean, not just the products themselves. The various niches they find and the way they market them. Mm-hmm. Amazing. I'm a marketing guy. I'm in the advertising and marketing business. There's few businesses better than the alcohol business, whether it's booze or beer or whatever it is.
Well, and on top of drinking, there's so much history behind cocktails and alcohol, wine and spirits that people, don't always realize. So, I'm more a fan of drinking responsibly, if you will, because, that's my job. I can't be drunk all the time. But I might get fired if I did that. But it is...
what I want everyone else to drink responsibly.
Yeah, I, on the other hand, can't remember any of the history because that's why I have notes.
That's right.
So you've been drinking responsibly.
Yes.
I don't want you crashing into me.
That's for the pros.
But as far as I'm concerned, I'm going to do whatever the hell I want. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to drink heavily.
Right. There you go.
4th of July, I drank heavily, and I'm not ashamed to say so. And
Great
it was
time,
good.
Absolutely. There was some beer going. There was
heavily.
some beer. There was some wine.
We had 2 kegs.
One flown in on a plane, if I'm not mistaken.
Just crazy. Yes.
I'm drinking heavily right now. Didn't say that the 4th of July.
We're all drinking heavily right now. Absolutely. All right, well, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to be talking with you about what the questions or comments you have. I'll bet there's even 1 or 2 people offended by the way we talk about booze because we are such hypocrites about it. We are so into pretending we don't love drinking, and we don't love getting buzzed. One of my best friends in the whole world, and I won't embarrass him, one of my best friends in the whole world, we were talking about beer one time. And, people are so politically correct about it, they even talk to their friends this way. We were talking about a particular beer, and I said that I didn't like this particular brand of beer because it didn't give me much of a buzz. And he said to me, oh, I don't drink beer for that reason. I drink beer because, it's summertime and it's refreshing. I was like, give me a break. Are you kidding me? You don't care what the alcohol content is of the beer? You don't like getting a little buzz? That's one of the... certainly it's great if it tastes good and it feels good. But the bottom line is people drink to get buzzed, and you're not supposed to say that. You're supposed to pretend that's not the reason you drink.
You promised you wouldn't tell anybody about that, Tom. Thanks a lot.
I know.
That's how you impress the ladies, isn't it? You got to make the ladies think you're not going to be that mess.
And we drink because alcohol's a panty remover, and we all know that. Sorry. No.
What are you doing over there now?
No question.
Yeah, right. I can handle my liquor most of the time.
Absolutely. All right, well, we'll take a break. We'll find out what's in the glass when we come back. We'll take your calls. You may have comments, and like I say, some people... We will certainly talk to you even if you disagree or you are upset with the way we're presenting this, because I just believe being honest about it. We're not drinking margaritas because we appreciate the fine quality of the ingredients. Because
I do. Speak for yourself.
Well, because you make everything with real fruit and stuff. But come on.
Yes, I do. And good tequila, no sweet and sour. Come on now.
My 4th of July party. You were not at my 4th of July party.
Yeah,
Natalie.
thanks for the invite.
So at my 4th of July party, we had margarita mix, and we got it at Costco. That's what we had.
Oh, I'm so
and everybody was
you.
very happy.
Oh, come on.
Everybody was very...
They're being polite.
But that's my point. They were very happy because they just want to get to margarita mix is a delivery system for tequila. That's what it is.
You had a case of Cazadoras there.
Yes, I did. A case.
The case was good.
And it was reposado, too. I didn't...
What the hell are you doing putting that with mixer, Tom? You're killing me over here.
Well,
please.
Because, you know what?
Sacrilege.
I think... Here's why. I think you put good booze in a drink. And you don't put bad booze in a drink. And so a lot of people believe in buying, cheap tequila and hiding it in margarita mix. I don't. I take the margarita mix and I hide good booze in it.
Why don't you squeeze some fresh lime juice and put a little sweet and sour, and you can forget the margarita
mix. At a party
mix.
with 50 people.
You hire a bartender. You hire a bartender.
I had a bartender. Oh, it's so complicated.
All right. Give me a call next time. I'll give you some pointers. I'll email them to you.
All right. We'll take a break. We'll come back with our booze panel and your telephone calls coming up.
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM. 1-800-5800-866.
Women are the biggest snakes there are. So you might as well get what you can and get rid of them before you get bit.
It's the Tom Leykis Show.
It's the Tom Leykis Show at 1-800-5800-TOM. And we have our booze panel. Sommelier Adam Lehman, spirits writer Dan Dunn, and the Liquid Muse, Natalie Bovis Nelson. And what's in the glass, everybody?
Well, you got two glasses in front of you, but I can speak for one of them. We have the Whoop Whoop 2007 Whoop Whoop. Can I get a whoop whoop?
Isn't that the noise a guinea pig makes? Whoop 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 whoop.
Depending on where you're putting the guinea pig, absolutely.
Oh, really?
And this one,
we didn't get any Richard Gere references.
That's you pick the Buddhist. That's right. Can we also play a game here? Pick the Buddhist. I don't know how that works exactly, but this one, the 2007 Chardonnay. This is an Australian, just a good everyday drinker, I think, for summertime. Coming in under $15 a bottle. You're going to find this at a lot of places. Just delicious, I think.
It is nice.
And then later down the pike, another one, the St. Francis Zin. We'll taste in a bit, and that's great for barbecues as well.
Beauty. What's the booze here? This is tequila, and it is nice golden color here.
Partida Elegante. I discovered it last year in Aspen, which is where I hang out in my spare time.
Awesome
at the
bottle.
Food and Wine Classic there. It's an extra añejo, which means it goes to 11.
That's a new category. Yes, exactly. It's a new category,
Yeah.
extra añejo. It's only the last couple of years.
Well, that's the thing in the spirits industry. They have to keep trumping themselves with new categories.
Yes.
I mean, we'll have like superhuman añejo in about a year or two.
Yes.
Do they put a little bit more añejo in this then?
Just
There's
extra, yeah. The
añejo?
bottle's bigger.
They
Yes.
squeeze 110% in.
That's like what happened with Fupa. You had Fupa, then you had Super Fupa, then Super Duper Fupa. So it's kind of like the extra añejo is kind of like going in that direction.
Awesome looking bottle.
It's good, yeah. It's been 36 months in American oak, and it's $350 a bottle.
Wow.
Oh, let me get a taste of that right now.
Let's get down.
That's the good stuff.
Whoop, whoop.
There we go.
Cheers. Yes.
You too. Tequila.
Tastes good in a margarita.
Oh, my.
That's delicious.
It is absolutely delicious. And for people who have not drunk a tequila that gets into the 3 digits, let me tell you what you're missing and why you need to try this, okay? It's because everybody I know who loves tequila always talks about the afterburn in tequila. That's not supposed to be in there.
Yeah.
Good tequila does not have afterburn. There is no afterburn. This tequila that I'm tasting right now tastes like, it's like a cognac. You would drink it, you would sip it like a brandy.
Real nice and soft like a cognac. I mean, this is spicy qualities in here, beautiful honey notes, really, really pretty stuff.
You're not going to slam this.
Well, I might slam this.
Yeah,
What the heck?
Really?
I mean, why not? What
Adam,
else
you
have we
just live
got?
like
The sommelier to the star, he's going to slam the $350 tequila.
If you're going
I
to
dare
slam
ya.
some tequila, what other tequila would you rather slam than a $350 bottle?
I'll tell you what, if I get to come out of a faucet, I'd do that too, but unfortunately...
Little chaser of Dom Perignon.
Exactly. That's exactly right.
He slammed it.
All right, let's...
Serve them up.
Yes.
Yeah.
We are actually drinking here, folks.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. And now let's go to the phones. We have more stuff coming here? What are we doing? We're getting a cocktail here now.
Oh, of
okay.
course you're getting a cocktail. So, in honor of Tales of the Cocktail, which is the world's largest cocktail convention and kicks off next week in New Orleans.
It's called Tales of the Cocktail?
Yes, and I'm so disappointed that you're not going to be there because you would love it. So it's in New Orleans from July 16th through 20th, and I will be down there. I actually created the first official non-alcoholic cocktail of Tales of the Cocktail. Yeah, I know. Well, hey, I'm plugging my book. I have a book, a non-alcoholic cocktail book coming out in December.
Who needs booze more than New Orleans, for God's sake?
Well, all right, so that's not what I'm making today, FYI. Let me back up here a second. What I am making you, however, is the Sazerac. And the Sazerac, and Rogers Tenneman, who's the founder of Tales of the Cocktail, has been lobbying hard to get the Sazerac officially declared as the cocktail of New Orleans, and it's just passed. So in
Is that
honor...
because they don't want the hurricane anymore?
Yeah. The hurricane is crap. Bad memories. Bad memories.
Okay, so they need a new official cocktail.
Yeah, no. Well, actually,
The tsunami.
Now I'm going to get it. Yeah, you're so bad. All right, so I'm going to get into geeky stuff here. Cocktail history. Sazerac is one of the oldest cocktails that we have on record, period. And it was created in New Orleans. So there is a very historical tie-in here. It was created, we think, by Antoine Amédée Peychaud, who was a Creole French apothecary in New Orleans. And he actually created the cocktail briefly, which by definition has bitters, sugar, water, and spirit. And he would give this to people in an egg cup called a coquetier in French. And the one school of thought is that over time morphed into the word cocktail. Some people disagree with that. I think it's a good little story.
Can I have some while you're telling the story?
So, okay, so this...
While you're telling the story. No, keep going. Just can I have the drink, please? Thank you.
Pass this down. So Sazerac, you start off... by rinsing the glass with a little bit of absinthe. I'm using...
You're using absinthe now as a dishwashing liquid? Is that what you're doing?
That's how I roll, Tom.
Look at you.
So,
by the way, if you got a dishwasher at home, forget the jet dry tonight. Put a little absinthe in there.
Yeah. So you rinse the glass with absinthe, which means you pour just a few drops in, swirl it around. This drink
smells like absinthe, I'm going to tell you right now.
I go a little heavy on the absinthe. I'm an absinthe lover myself.
It's delicious. It's red hot right now, too, isn't it?
Oh, well, yeah. Sazerac and absinthe. Yeah, both. Sazerac and absinthe are red hot right now. Especially absinthe because it just became legal again about 10 months ago, something like that. It had been illegal for like 100 years.
So now you don't have to do mushrooms anymore.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Or Jägermeister.
So, all right. So I rinse the glass with absinthe. Then I put in a sugar cube and I douse it with Peychaud's bitters. And then you muddle that. A muddler is a wooden bar tool, like a big stick, and you stick it in the glass. You just kind of smush it up. And
when you're done with that muddling, you've got a whole night's worth of entertainment with that muddler.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ew.
It's a beautiful
do I have a dirty
muddler.
mind or do you? Because that just totally was disgusting.
The muddler is in that new Batman movie, isn't he?
Yeah.
Anyway, so then you add about 2.5 ounces of rye whiskey. And in honor of our meeting, Tom, I brought the Jim Beam rye because, we met at the Jim Beam.
That's right, we did.
The Kentucky Bourbon Festival last year. Birds of a feather and all.
That's right.
So anyway, and then you garnish it with a little lemon rind. So, cheers.
Cheers.
To New Orleans.
Yes.
To New Orleans.
Cheers.
Cheers.
How refreshing is this, by the way? Is that like... this would make a great aperitif.
Absolutely.
Absolutely it would.
And if you couldn't drink, say, a gallon of this on a hot summer afternoon, you're not drinking quick enough.
Well, this crew could do it. I know that. Let's take some calls here because we got a lot of calls and so little time for our booze pedal here at 1-800-5800-TOM. That's our telephone number. Let's say hello here to Matt. Matt's listening to the online stream in San Diego on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hello, Tom.
Hello, Matt.
Hey, what's up, Booze Panel?
What's up, Matt?
Hey, Matt.
What's up? I'd just like to say, sometimes you just can't get the bros to shut the hell up, if you know what I mean.
Oh, no.
My question.
What?
My question is, why do different boozes affect me differently? Like, I can't drink whiskey because it turns me violent.
Oh. Is that
surprising.
That's because you were beaten as a child. No, I don't know.
Have you done any time, Matt?
No, because I
no
quit
time at
drinking
all.
whiskey.
You've never spent a night in jail, Matt?
No.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Not yet.
Well, no, but I'm sipping on a brew right now, and I can roll out with the tequila and the wine. I like a nice Merlot and the brews. I'm a San Manuel's man myself, and vodka I like Level. But as soon as, the brown liquor starts getting, rolled out, like this Jack Daniels or whatever, I can't roll because, I'm like a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, and why is that?
Well, how violent do you get? What are your violent tendencies, Matt, when you get into those brown liquors?
Issues.
Well, there's no talking reason to me. Like, if one thing sets me off and then, I'm a jerk. A total jerk.
So you're kind of like Dean D'Amelio is what you're saying?
Exactly.
You've been drinking today?
Too many drinks and suddenly you're getting violent?
Tom just had some absinthe and smacked Adam.
Well, maybe not
right out of the blue.
More argumentative.
So Matt wants to know why there's different effects from different alcohol. Is that true? Is that his imagination? Do we know?
Well, I know women that say that gin makes them randy. A lot of women say that. I don't know if it's true. I think you get something in your head and then you convince yourself. So that's what it is. Next time you drink the brown liquors, you have to think happy thoughts. Think
that's a good from the start, right?
Just
from the get-go.
It's again to get back what I mentioned mushrooms. If you do mushrooms and you're feeling really bad before you do the mushrooms, it's going to be a bad trip. So that's it. Next time you're drinking brown liquor, I want you to think happy thoughts. Okay, Matt?
That's expert advice right there.
You.
That's phenomenal.
Thanks. Yes.
And quit using it as an excuse for your bad behavior.
It's the power of the mind.
It's the booze battle. The booze battle on the Tom Leykis Show. Here's Justina on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hi, Tom.
Hi, Justina.
Hi, Booze Panel.
Hi, Justina. Great to have girls calling.
I I just had a quick question. I'm only 20, but when I was younger, like in high school, I can pound all the shots and do it with no face and be good for the rest of the night, wake up at 6 the next morning and be fine. Now... Wait a minute,
are you telling me... Let me understand. You are under 21 and you've been boozing since you were in high school.
Yeah. Okay,
well, that can't be possible because that's illegal.
Yeah.
I know. I'm a bad girl.
Are you telling me people are drinking in high school? My word. I'm shocked.
Okay. Well, my question is...
I was not the one with the Andy Green sprays in my locker when I was in the 8th grade. That was not me.
Okay.
Andy Green sprays. Come on.
I can do so many shots of hard alcohol and be fine, but as soon as I have 2 beers, I black out, I throw up, and I'm horribly sick.
Maybe it's the mix.
Attention advertisers, you too can reach this prime demographic.
Hey, what are you doing
with the hard alcohol?
Drunken wife beaters.
What are you doing this weekend,
16-year-old boozers.
Maybe it's the mixing, you think? I mean, are you drinking the beer after?
This just happened. I had 2 beers, and that was it. That was it, and I was really sick.
Well, did you have the shots first?
No other alcohol, just beer.
Oh.
Are you smoking anything after you started drinking?
No, nothing.
Maybe you're allergic to something in the beer.
Yeah, the roofies.
As soon as I say that, people think I'm crazy.
These guys.
She's allergic to the roofies.
These guys.
Yeah. It could be that.
They give me hives.
Just avoid the beer. It's full of calories anyway. Just avoid the beer.
Well, here's the other thing. I tell guys, don't buy beers for chicks. You know why?
Because we don't like it.
It takes too long.
You spend half the night going to the bathroom and you have an excuse to, like, oh, my God, look at the time. I've been to the bathroom 4 times. Time to go.
Couple of quick shots.
Booze is concentrated. It gets the job done. Beer is for guys.
I totally agree with you, Tom. And about the margaritas, I had the Margarita Man machine this weekend, and it was delicious.
Well, good for you.
Love that.
To each his own, honey, but try it with some fresh lime juice. You'll love it.
There we go. Justina, thanks for the call. It's the Booze Paddle on the Tom Leykis Show. More of your telephone calls are coming up.
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM. Leykis. 1-800-5800-866.
Guys don't need to be in relationships. They don't.
Some guys do. Some guys do.
Yeah, blind guys. I imagine Stevie Wonder needs someone to dress him every day. I understand.
It's the Tom Leykis Show.
From Hollywood, my name is Tom Leykis. Here we are at 1-800-5800-TOM. I'm here with my booze panel. And in studio, we are here with Adam Lehman, sommelier to the stars, the Liquid Muse, Natalie Bovis Nelson, and with spirits writer Dan Dunn. And what's in the glass now?
Well, we got a couple of things here. The one that I can speak about, Tom, when it comes to wine, we have the St. Francis Old Vine Zinfandel, the 2005 out of Sonoma. And I know you're a huge fan of barbecue. Right now, we're heading into the home stretch of summer, and there's nothing that goes better with barbecue.
This is the home stretch of summer?
Well, we're heading into it, I'm thinking we're heading into it.
It's only about 11 weeks away.
We're heading into the home stretch.
We're drinking.
All right, we're fresh out of the gates of summer. How's that? We got the barbecues all fired up.
He's so used to taping the other show.
If the barbecues aren't fired up, I think everybody in the studio might be right now. We got bottles galore across the table here.
There's
awesome. Glasses. If people could see what was going on here during the commercial break, we would have had a line out the door. But this St. Francis Old Vine Zin, Zinfandel, barbecue, fantastic.
Zinfandel and pasta also. In fact, I happen to think Zinfandel's a better pasta wine than Chianti.
And we got some rum, too. Rum.
Now, this is not that clear stuff or that semi-clear stuff you see in the green bottle. What is this?
This is Dos Madeiras. Dos Madeiras. I like the backlight. I'm like a newsman. Dos Madeiras. Anyway, it's aged 5 years in the Caribbean in oak, and then it goes over to Spain for 3 more years in oak.
Really?
Yeah.
The accent on this wine is crazy. That's all right, on this rum rather.
Yes.
This rum
it tastes muy bueno. This rum. And I like to give the price because most people, I think, really ultimately that's all they care about. It's $35 a bottle, and I think for $35 a bottle,
that's good for $35 a bottle.
Yeah. Yeah.
On the bottle it says 5 plus 3 years old.
Yeah.
Well, you know, considering what you might pay for a bottle of, I don't know, Captain Morgan, that's an amazing, for $35 for this, it's fantastic.
Plus, all the effort they went to, the shipping it from one country to the other and then back here, and we kind of owe it to them to drink it.
I guess we do.
Yeah.
It is good. Do we have another cocktail coming up, too?
I do. Given that you give a lot of dating advice on the show
I do.
here, so I thought I'd present a cocktail that might be nice for guys to make for their date. It's not expensive. Yeah, no, I'm not calling it anything dirty like that. But it's not expensive to make, and it tastes very good, impresses the ladies. Put a little bit of mango, a little bit of lime, a little bit of mint. You muddle it together in a shaker, and then you top it.
You can hide a lot of booze when you do that.
And you know what? If it's for the ladies, it's going to be expensive one way or the other. I can tell you that much.
Well, you know, and a clever girl keeps her wits about her now. But anyway, so you shake it, you strain it.
I like her wits about her.
Any girl I make a cocktail for, I want to tell you, they're about to do something they're going to regret for the rest of their lives.
And remember, regret and remember.
Okay, so I'm so glad I'm making this cocktail here for you guys.
You see Natalie's inching towards the door right now.
I know. I hope my goddaughter isn't listening to this crap. So, of course, she's under 21, so she shouldn't be anyway.
Yeah,
she's out with that chick that called earlier.
Yeah. She's in the tickler file for 2021.
Oh, stop. All right.
There's nothing I love more than a woman that keeps her wits about her and her panties around her ankles, really.
Exactly. Or vice versa.
Drink this freaking cocktail already, all right?
Let's do it.
Drink it. It's topped with champagne. It's sparkly. It's bubbly. It'll make you look like a rock star.
Can I have some of the champagne that's sitting there?
Sure, it's cheap champagne, but yeah, go for it.
That is delicious.
I think when you're making mixed champagne cocktails, you don't always have to go for the expensive stuff.
No, you don't.
If you're mixing it up with all these juices and stuff, you just don't need to spend all that money.
Can you use another ingredient aside from champagne, though?
I think you could slip some vodka in with that.
A cava, a Prosecco? Can you use something from somewhere else?
Yeah, of course. You can use a cava from Spain, a Prosecco from Italy, absolutamente.
Yeah.
Yeah, but...
how about Tots from the AM/PM?
Yes, you could. You could, actually.
And throw a little splash of the White Tower in there, huh?
You guys suck.
It's made with artificial grapes. Yeah.
That's dressing up a pig.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, Natalie.
Yeah, whatever. No, but my whole point is that when you're making a champagne cocktail, you don't have to use the freaking Dom Perignon, all right? It would be a waste of a good liquor. You don't need of a good champagne.
Especially if you're trying to get laid. Don't waste that on a chick.
See, and I knew that this would fit with your show for that very reason.
Absolutely.
Your excellent dating advice.
Boy, let me ask you this, Natalie. So
because by the time she has that headache in the morning, I'm long gone. Not my problem.
That's why you drive a Lexus. It's got that quick pickup, doesn't it?
Exactly. That's right.
Yes, early in the morning, right after the dew.
Yeah.
That car will start right up.
Mm-hmm.
Let's take a call. It's John in Pittsburgh on the Tom Leykis Show, listening to the online stream. Hello.
Hello, Tom.
Hello, John.
Hello, panel.
Hey, Tom.
What's up, Tom?
John.
It's a good thing you guys are talking about rum. Somebody had mentioned it. Where do you find these online websites, these reputable online websites, should I say, that sell good liquor? Because, I mean, I went to...
Can you even legally buy liquor online? I don't think so.
No. I don't think so. Well, no, you can order wine online, right?
You can definitely do wine. There's a handful of states that are exceptions to that rule, but you can order wine even from, say, small producers in California.
He lives in Pennsylvania. He lives in Pennsylvania, which may be the worst state in the country because it's a liquor.
I think that's true.
State-controlled liquor.
Well, I have my dad lives in Indiana. I could just mail it to him if that's the case. I mean,
totally. Or just get out of Pennsylvania, John.
Go to New York for the weekend. Buy some liquor there.
John, I know a guy. Just give me a call.
You can buy. Yeah, by the way, you can have ketchup shipped to you if you live in Pittsburgh. That you can do.
I hate that stuff. You can order absinthe. I don't know if you can send it to Pennsylvania, but you can order absinthe.
Now that's there. Somebody told me about a website where you can order absinthe. So I don't know. Maybe we need to do more research on this before we give a definitive answer because he's right. There is a website, and our friend over there at the Foundry told us about this. As a matter of fact, yeah.
I'll go to that chick's website and or that chick's blog, whatever her name is.
Whatever her name.
She's got a great.
Dude, it's the Liquid Muse, and my name is Natalie. But thanks for
Isn't
Whatever.
that sort of traditional sort of
I've been
Vietnamese
drinking
dish?
over
Right.
here. I mean, like, you're loading me up with liquor. What do you expect from me?
Oh, we're loading you up with liquor.
I'm
Tom,
kidding.
yes, what do you expect from her now that she's loaded up with liquor?
We'll talk about that coming up.
Yeah.
Stephen on the Tom Leykis Show with my booze paddle here. Hello.
How you doing, Tom?
Doing okay, Stephen?
Panel, how you guys doing?
Hey, Steven.
Awesome, Stephen. How are you today?
I'm drunk.
I'm doing great. I just had just two quick questions. First one was, I was wondering, I got a bottle of absinthe back in Amsterdam, so it's the real deal stuff, back in 2002, and I was just curious, does it go bad after so many years, or...
No.
Or what's the deal? Because I've never opened it. I just left it and saved it for a...
You were afraid to open it. That's why you didn't open it.
What are you waiting for, Stephen?
Dance to the Green Fairy.
He was afraid.
Rainy days.
He was afraid. He was afraid. No, he was afraid he's going to cut his ear off. He got it in Amsterdam.
Yeah, I mean, you might not wake up tomorrow, Stephen. Enjoy that sucker. Open that up. Drink it with some friends. Drink it with some hot chick.
Well, that's why I was asking. I mean, does it last for a good amount of years, or does it go bad after so many?
Liquor doesn't go bad.
No, it doesn't go bad.
You're good.
All right.
It's preserved in alcohol.
And do you know how to do it with the absinthe spoon and the sugar and all that?
Sugar. Yeah.
Cool. That's really cool.
I did it in Amsterdam, so...
Nice. Enjoy it. What are you waiting for, man?
Natalie knows how to do it with the absinthe. She just said that.
I
This
sure
word
did.
just came out of your mouth.
Hey, I don't deny it.
Yeah, all right.
Bring it on, Dan. Bring it on.
All right.
Thank you so much for the call, Stephen. It's 1-800-5800-TOM. That's our telephone number. Let's say hello here to Jake on the Tom Leykis Show for the booze battle. Hello.
Hello, Tom.
Hello, Jake.
Hello, booze panel.
Hey, Jake. Woo. I love your name, Jake. That's a cool
I'm
name.
a total gin guy. I love the alcohol content. I love the taste. But I think I haven't seen anything better than South Park. I want to know where I can get the high-end stuff, high-end gin.
Well, I can tell you some gins that I like. I like Martin Miller's. Have you ever had the Martin Miller's gin?
Love
I really
Martin
like that.
Miller's.
I like Hendrick's. And here's one that's kind of a wild card gin. It's called Blue Coat.
Yep.
And it's
Love Blue
it's
Coat.
out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. You know what else is out of Philadelphia? Me. That's Philadelphia. Yeah. It's good
Nice.
stuff. Yeah.
I love gin. I thought I'd get some good advice from you guys. I love the alcohol content. It's yummy.
How do you feel about Philadelphia, Jake?
I haven't been to Philly yet, but I heard the chicks are hot.
Awesome.
You did?
Where'd you hear that?
Who'd you hear that from?
Why do you think Dan Dunn is here?
Yeah, there's a reason I moved to L.A., Jake. And it ain't, yeah.
I'm going to try to steer clear of the Northwest.
On the Pacific Northwest, or how about the Midwest?
Yeah, all those.
Yeah.
Well, hey, cheers, guys. Have one on me, huh?
Thanks, Jake.
Thank you, Jake. Appreciate the call. 1-800-5800-TOM. Let's squeeze one in here. Britt on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hello, Tom. Hello, panel.
Hello.
Britt.
Just wondering if anybody on the panel, including yourself, Tom, has tried the delectable treat straight from Italy, the cheese with maggots.
What?
No, I've avoided
I
that.
have not.
With
No,
cheese
I had-
and maggots.
I drank
you've heard of it,
was
right?
that the Viper Gin? Was that a couple of weeks ago? I had the Viper Gin. That was as far as I was going to go. I have not had cheese with maggots.
And also, I just want to say I'm an alley drinker.
Viper rum, yes. Yes. By the way, cheese with maggots, there's a few stores here in town that sell that.
Look for the letter C in the window.
There you go. Hey, I just want to say I'm an alley drinker. I spend $9 a day on beer. 14 natural ices, baby.
That's $180 a month you're doing, Britt. That's awesome.
Yes.
Way to stick up for the consistency there.
Thank you very much, sir.
We're proud.
I will only weigh 270 pounds, too. I'm good.
He's 5'5".
Exactly. All right, we only have about 45 seconds left. Let me thank all our guests. Natalie Bovis, also the Liquid Muse. Her website is theliquidmuse.com without a space. Theliquidmuse.com.
Thanks, Tom.
Thank you, Natalie. Dan Dunn, his book is called Nobody Likes a Quitter and Other Reasons to Avoid Rehab. His website is theimbiber.net. Don't miss his feature on publicists. You always get a picture of a hot publicist on there.
Yeah. Nice.
And sommelier Adam Lehman, his website is adamthewineguy.com. Without a space, adamthewineguy.com. You can also hear him on our weekend show, The Tasting Room with Tom Leykis. Good to see you, Adam.
Tom, great to be here. Rock and roll.
Thank you so much. Our email address is tom@blowmeuptom.com.
The Tom Leykis Show.